Lately, I've been doing a lot of content on Mr. Andrew Tate. And of course, he has a larger than life following, just like my good buddy who's passed, Kevin Samuels. And both of them are similar, but not equal. Kevin Samuels, of course, is a lot older than Andrew Tate. And of course, he expressed himself in more of a diplomatic fashion, especially having more female fans, in my opinion, than Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, however, is a lot more opulent and straightforward with his discussions, sometimes going overboard, but men find value in the things that he's saying. When we deal with Andrew Tate, just like Kevin Samuels, we're dealing with him as his ideas, not necessarily his actions. And it's no different, or let's say it's very similar to Dr. Umar Johnson. We typically dislike Dr. Umar Johnson for some of the things he does outside of the community. But what he teaches and talks about is why Dr. Umar Johnson gets so much love and so much respect from those who only pay attention to what he talks about. Now, let's talk about Andrew Tate and some of these allegations that are coming out. Of course, Vice did their hit piece on Andrew Tate. Many people said they didn't believe it. They said that it was lies. Of course, then there is the situation in which he went to jail, allegations of his cars being taken, but really no evidence, okay? But I want to play this particular clip that he sent to a young woman. And let's play that because I do believe that this is Andrew Tate's voice, and then we're going to come back.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turned me on. Why am I like that? Why? I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get fucked by me. Would you rather me pin you down and make you do things you didn't like, or would you rather fuck? You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to you. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't pass out. Chill the out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
Okay, now I'm going to talk about Candace Owens' take on Andrew Tate. And again, you know, it's very hard to tell about what context that situation is. And obviously the lady that's dealing with Andrew Tate, it seems like he's not really so serious about her. And it seemed like because of what's going on, the lady is, I don't know, now a little bit scorned or all of that, but it's definitely his voice. But I just want to say that how it's being said, it definitely isn't a good look. And it's easy for somebody to be able to say, hey, bruh, that sounds like the R word. All right. Here's what I really feel what's going on with Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate made a lot of money. Andrew Tate had a lot of success. Unfortunately, some of that success, I believe, got to brother Andrew Tate's head. I know how that can be because I felt, you know, when I got a few dollars in 2019, 2018, like I was larger than life. So I know how it can kind of be sometimes. It's very easy to get caught up on that, especially when you have people singing your praises. And I didn't even make that much money that year, but it was more than I ever had made in my life. And what we have to do as men, because I don't know all the context of the conversation, if it was a sexual thing that they had going on, if it was, I don't know, if it was some sort of, you know, thing that they were doing and she didn't like it, but that's what she was talking about. I don't know, but it sounds bad from that. And as men, we have to be mindful that just because we have money, just because we feel like we're invincible, that there's certain things you never say or you say to a woman. If a woman is getting on your nerves, you never, and this is somebody who's done stupid stuff, like I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. You should never tell somebody, you should be lucky that I'm screwing you, especially on a voice recorder, especially when you're somebody that's huge, especially when you're somebody that has a lot of clout, especially when you're somebody that the world wants to bring down. It's something that you should never say. And I know a lot of people have a lot of support in like Mr. Andrew Tate, but once he starts, you know, getting that rumor that he's the R word and they start bringing him down, you can't support him. There's nothing you can do. All right. He will go down just like R. Kelly went down, and you will be, you know, if he goes to jail, you know, you'll have guys out there doing that. I think we should learn from this, right? It's okay to want to be successful. It's okay to want to be rich. But once you become rich, my God, there are certain things you can't do anymore. Okay? There are certain things you can't do. I don't know why guys don't get this, but you can't say what he just said. All right? If a woman doesn't do something that you don't like, it's very simple, man. Especially if you're a successful guy. You let the lady go. Period. All right, well, it's not working out. Hope that you have success in the future. And then you go on about your life because you are rich. You are successful. You have privilege. Let me tell you something. All right? And this is coming from your bro who comes from the same community as you. I've worked really hard in my life and I've been able to experience some things in the last 10 years. Actually, the last 7 years, I didn't experience in the first 35 years. Let me tell you, when you get your stuff together, most of these ladies that you're complaining about right now can't even access you, bro, even if they wanted to. All right? You don't have to ever tell a woman, you should be lucky I'm talking to you. And let me just say this. I've said similar things to people in my life. Won't tell you exactly what I've said, but I've said similar things to that. And let me just say this. They know that. When you're a successful guy, they know that. And if they don't know that they're lucky, then they'll know once you get rid of them. But it's uncalled for when you're successful. We as black men and men in general, we got to be humble with our success, okay? Especially when you're dealing with women, because you already have what you have. There's no need for you to down talk them because you're already somebody. Now, as far as doing certain sexual things and telling a woman that you're a monster and telling her that she's lucky to have you, I mean, what is a scorned lady gonna do if she feels like you don't want her no more? Even if it's in the context of it's not like that. Or you could have been tiring her up and she liked it, but then she didn't like a certain aspect of it. What is she gonna do? She's gonna be bitter and scorned that you didn't want to commit to her. You didn't love her. You didn't want to deal with her. And what is she gonna do, man? She's gonna do exactly what you're seeing her do. And then how are you gonna explain yourself, especially if you're an individual that's known for criticizing ladies? And nobody wants to hear you explain yourself. And that's the one thing that men gotta understand. We don't have think tanks. We're not powerful enough as a group yet to be able to come out and say, listen, here are the other messages that this young lady has sent Mr. Andrew Tate, like wanting to do all of these things, and here are the pictures and the videos. He can't come out and defend himself like that and embarrass that particular chick because it looks bad to the public, right? But once the public gets that view of you, there's no coming back. Brands don't want to deal with you. Companies don't want to deal with you. Nobody wants to deal with you, all right? That's why if you're a guy and you have something to lose, man, you got to really be careful of how you talk to people. And to be honest, you need to be a lot more less accessible. What's the use of making all that money to tell women that you should be lucky that I'm talking to you? What was the point of getting rich in the first place? That means they didn't have to do anything to access you. Make people do something to be next to you. That's the whole point, right? And that's what I'm learning in my journey of trying to be somebody. I mean, I'm still broke, but I'm trying to get out of being broke. And I'm learning that along the way. I'm learning that the people who don't need to be around me, I don't let them access me. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how big your booty is or whatever. If I feel that you're just not a good fit, I don't even waste my time. And that's the problem with new money guys. New money guys get money and all of a sudden, let's go ahead and make somebody feel bad because they're broke and they think they're all that. Let me put them in their place. I don't even waste my time putting somebody in their place. Like, you do something to me I don't like, I just leave you alone. It's better that way. And then you find out when I'm doing something different. And you go and do it. You can go ruin somebody else's life, which is what you should be doing. I'm back onto what I need to be doing. And this is why black men and men in general need to learn from that, because what's the whole point of working so hard to lose all of it because of you got emotional on a voicemail. And then you got to come out and apologize. It makes it even worse if you don't apologize. That's what we're dealing with. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.